What's happening on my alopesiacs, on my deco waters? Okay, today I want to talk to y'all about something that's been real prevalent in my life and something I'm starting to get a wee bit better at now that I've been kind of self-aware enough to notice that this is an issue I need to work on. Today I want to talk to y'all about setbacks. Now, before we even get into this discussion, I want y'all to be able to think for y'allself. Don't see what I say and take it for as end all be all. Like, I don't care what YouTuber, what book you got, apply it to your life and see how it fits you as a person, bro. Cause like, no matter what information you get, if you can't apply it the right way, it's gonna be wrong. So that being said, could y'all hit that like button, that subscribe button? I just want to get this information out to y'all. I love all y'all. We've been together since day one. If y'all have been around since day one, let's go and get into it. So the number one thing, and I know I'm taking this seriously now, because I didn't even get like some talking points. So the number one thing I want to talk to you about when it comes to setbacks is acceptance. You gotta accept it, bro. This is just part of life. And I've been listening to the Curtis Jackson book. Y'all know him, 50 Cent, but you gotta accept it. And let's think about it like this, bro. Y'all know my channel started off as a gamer channel, and it still is. I'm getting back into that. I had to take a break from that, but let's look at it as a game, bro. Imagine you was playing I like to look at it as like an RPG, or excuse me, I like to look at this life as an RPG game, huh? So imagine you create a character on an RPG game and you had no conflict. Like, you just started off, you was God mode, you 99 overall, everything. You got all the perks stuff. What would be the point? You would have nothing to work for. You wouldn't want to play that game, bro. That's why people don't like, when you turn on God mode on certain games, you be like, damn, this shit kind of boring now. Like, I mean, I can't lose. There's no challenge. Life basically is like that, bro. Like, you gonna have setbacks. So the one thing about it is, don't get stuck. Because think about it like this. Imagine if you did have you got God mode like that and you was born in that. When something did happen, say you couldn't handle it, like let's say people who born rich and got all these opportunities like that, they can't handle stuff that you can handle. You gotta realize you got a mental advantage because you're gonna have grit. And that's something I'm gonna get into a little bit later. It's a passive trait when you talk about video games. But just notice that, don't think that just because, like, if I could start over my life and start all the way at the bottom, let's say I grew up in the middle class, right? So it's some stuff that someone who grew up in the hood and who make it to the top, they gonna have way more resiliency than me because they had to endure way more challenges than I did. But someone who started, like, let's say you go to the rich side of Miami where I stay at right now, and they go to all the good schools and they do all this stuff like that. When some bullshit happen in their life, they gonna fold under motherfucking pressure. Cause they can't handle it. They can't handle it. They gonna be like, well, damn, man, like, what do I do? Like, any little sign of pressure to some of them, they gonna just fold under pressure, all right? The good thing about us, people who working our way to the top, and we didn't get anything handed to us, we gonna be able to just take that and be like, damn, all right, that's part of it. Like, you just got to be able to accept the punches and be like, this is a part of life, and I'm going to bounce back. The number two way to get out of any situation, any setback, is to think creatively out of it. Because one thing about it, y'all, it's going to be stuff that come up and it's going to be out of your control. If y'all notice my gaming channel, like, I've been doing this channel before, I'll start a series, and people be like, man, I love this series, but something will come up, like I'll lose all my data and stuff like that. And I'm like, dang, there go the series, my mic will mess up. And back then, it would just make me freeze up. I'd be like, man, it got to the point where so much stuff would go. Like, every time I started a series or started something with YouTube, I would just freeze up because something would go wrong. Like, I recorded a whole video the other day and all the footage had no sound because I forgot to turn on the mic. So I was like, man, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I want to quit YouTube. I'm tired of stuff like this happening. And I got to the point I started blaming God, bro. I was like, God, well, you see I'm trying to make my life better, then who is you to keep messing up stuff for me? You let everybody else get what they want. Like, I blame God. And I was like, bro, no, bro. Like, you messed up. That's what happened. You messed up. So I started thinking creatively out of situations. So basically, like, right now, I got my camera hooked up by some tape. The mic on it broke. And I was like, bro, I'm not finna let this stop me no more. My tripod is broken. I'm borrowing a tripod from my homeboy and it has a broken stand right now. And I'm not letting that stop me. Because why? You think creatively out of it. You get shit done. You do not let nothing stop you, bro. If you gotta go tape something up, bandage it up just to make it work, don't think you gotta have, well, my mindset this time last year was, I can't make a video until I get my mic set, so I gotta buy a new mic. And that being that's a weak mindset. Don't be that guy, bro. Don't be that guy. And it got to the point where, like, my ex that I was staying with, she just saw that in me. She saw that how I would let anything fold under me. So you got to be very cognitive and very disciplined enough to say, hey, I can think my way out of this situation, no matter how stupid it may look to somebody else. When you see it, like, y'all see my camera right now, y'all be like, it's stupid, but I thought my way out of it. Number 3, my number 3 thing that I feel like can really help people push through setbacks is know your roster. My roommate tell me that all the time. Know your personnel. So think about it. Say you so let's go back to the gaming metaphor again. When you start off on an RPG game, you got, let's say, like, mages and all them daggone warriors and all that stuff like that. Everybody got a specialty, right? I can't go do the same thing what everybody else do. It ain't no different in life. Look at your friends around you and what are they good at. So let's say you got a friend that good with photography and videography. Like, for what I do, I got a homeboy named Chris. Bruh helps me out all the time because this is his specialty. And one thing about it, bro, if you really sit there and analyze your roster and the people around you, you'll notice that, hey, I might have somebody that can help me with this. My partner Chris, he good with numbers. He's an accountant. So whenever I get in a situation, something like I need to figure out numbers or something I don't understand or how to balance my life or my finances, I'm like, Chris, can you help me with this or this and third? I'm really trying to learn about that. Bruh, let those people who specialize in that area help you out. You ain't got to figure everything else out. Like, let them help you and you bring something back to the table. Don't be no damn leech now. I ain't saying here advocating that y'all just hit them up whenever. And, like, don't be a leech. Everybody hates someone like that. But what you do want to do is make sure that you bring something back. Like, make sure you're aware of their mental state. Because you never know what people got going on. And you constantly just like, hey, bro, I need this from you. Hey, bro, I need this from you. Hey, bro, I need this from you. You ain't checking on them, being a good friend, or trying to provide back to them in a certain way. Then you really a goofball. You a cornball, in my opinion. That's lame. Like, you a dump. Nobody want nobody nobody want nobody like that in their circle, bro. So make sure you come in correct and you can provide some type of service back to them. So everybody feel like they getting what they need at the relationship. Number 4. My number 4 advice to people who going through setbacks. Man, push your ass through. Push through. You gonna have setback. Like, just let's look at it like this. If you playing a video game, they have these things called passive traits. It ain't like a skill you can just activate. It's just something that's innate up in you. And grit is something you can get innate up in you through failure. So the more you go through setbacks and failure, the more grit you get. So the way you'll be able to bounce back. Whereas I know y'all done seen them little videos where the dude digging for the daggone diamond and he keeps stopping and he keeps stopping. He keeps stopping. Like, he like, man, I don't want this, man. Ain't no damn diamonds out here. Then the other guy, he just kept going, kept drilling. He finally got to the diamond. Literally the same thing. 100%. 110%. Keep digging through and pushing through. You get that through failure. The people at the top, I feel like they ain't gonna have that same grit and stuff that we have. We got this passive trait because we coming from the bottom, working our way up to the top. Y'all got this, bro. Just keep pushing the hell through. Push through. Now, my biggest and number 1 factor when it comes to setbacks, because I feel like there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about in this video, but I feel like it's getting kind of lengthy. Number 5, take damn responsibility for your action. Like, now I'll give you this with example right here. I had a thesis that I had to do, and I just could not finish that thesis in the world, bro. I graduated in May, and I ain't finished my thesis until like this year, bro. I graduated May last year, posted all these pictures on Instagram. Everybody like, congratulations. People didn't even know I wasn't even done with school. I was still working on that thesis. Like, it became a running joke in some of my friend groups, like my flag football league. They was like, you still working on that thesis? And that shit used to kind of hurt me because I was like, bruh, I really am trying to get this done, but I wasn't taking accountability. Like, my ex used to offer me all kind of different suggestions on how to fix things, and I would just push them off because in my head I had it set that that's the only way to do it. So you got to be open to changing your thought pattern. Like, you got to be open to saying, hey, maybe this ain't the only way to fix something. It's more than one way to skin a cat, y'all. If you got this one idea and it ain't working out, but you can see the same results going with another idea, just do it. Be open to it. Don't feel like this way is end all be all when this way right here can get you where you want to go even faster. Just be open to listening to people and taking their ideas. Once you start taking responsibility for a lot of stuff, like even to my YouTube channel, I used to get like I said, I used to start doing these videos and these series, and equipment would mess up, and I'd be looking at God like, man, it's your fault, bro. You don't want me to be great. Like, I was literally mad at God. But look how I used to treat my equipment. Look how I used to keep my life organized. I didn't organize nothing. I used to throw stuff on the floor. I didn't care about anything. And then I get mad when my stuff break, and I be looking like a fool named Boo Boo when everything on the ground just messed up, and I can't even when I want to use it, it ain't there for me. Take care of yourself. Take responsibility for your action and your life, and these setbacks won't be as minor. I want to give y'all one last story about what happened. So recently, as y'all know, if y'all been watching my last video, I lost my job, So I started flipping stuff on OfferUp to make money. And I recently got robbed. I mean, I ain't get robbed. I got scammed. You know, like the baby said, I don't know if y'all listen to Baby Night. And bro was like, I put fake weed in there, and when he opened it up, he gonna hate me. Basically, the same thing happened to me. I bought a PlayStation from this dude, and he FaceTimed me. In hindsight, I'm like, damn, that shit was kind of clean how he did me. Because, bro, he pulled that shit out smooth. So he had me believing that he the PlayStation plug. And I drove an hour up there, bro. Got in my car, drove a whole hour. I'm amped up on the way. I'm like, got little baby playing, get money, all this type of bullshit. I get up there, he hand me the controller. I hand him the $200, and he hand me a box with like a Coke and a bar of soap up in it. And skirt the fuck off. And just like that, my setback. I was out of $200. That was like damn near my last $200. So this all happened in this last week since I ain't made a video. So the point I'm trying to make is I owned up to it. I accepted it. I was like, that's on me, because I didn't go through a checklist of making sure everything was on the table before I gave this man the money. That's on me. I can't blame nobody. I can't blame him for scamming me, because bro was doing what he had to do. He got away with it. And once you get to that point where you can take a loss and accept it as your fault, it make life so much easier, bro. So like, them my 5 points, y'all. Accept it. You ain't the only one going through a setback. Trust me. It's anybody that's at the top, bro. Listen to these books. Anybody that's at the top and had numerous upon numerous upon numerous upon numerous of setbacks. You take them in stride and you embrace them and learn from them. The more you failing right now, if you're a young man, the more you failing, the better you doing. The more you fail, the more shit you gonna have together in line. If you ain't doing nothing, you ain't failing, you just in the same thing, you really ain't making no progress, bro. You'll never be able to handle setback. So with that being said, if y'all like the video today, I feel like I left a lot of stuff out because I was trying to feel like I've been rambling a lot, but hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I love y'all, boy. I love my alopecia, my Derico artists. I got plenty of more videos coming through, more self-help, and I got more basketball, and I'm getting back into gaming soon, so don't think I'm done with gaming. Just I had to take a break from it to really, learn about myself. Like I said, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Peace out.